Christmas University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, the universities of Oxford and London are represented tonight, not by fresh-faced students, but by teams of distinguished graduates playing for the honour of their alma maters. With 3 heats played, a winning score of 205 or more will guarantee a place in the semi-finals. Anything less leaves the fate of the contestants in the hands of those still to play. Exeter College is one of Oxford's oldest, established by the Bishop of Exeter in 1314 for the education of clergy. Representing it tonight is a historian of East Central Europe with a particular interest in World War I. His 3 books to date include Ring of Steel, an account of the war as it looked to the leaders and peoples of the Central Powers, for which he won the 2015 Wolfson History Prize. He's joined by a journalist who has reported for BBC News for nearly 30 years, primarily for the Today programme. A former Fulbright scholar and foreign correspondent, her award-winning investigative work has covered topics ranging from child protection law to Cold War espionage. Their captain has been one of the BBC's main news presenters since 2014, after a 20-year career as a reporter and correspondent. She's anchored bulletins live from Bangladesh, Pakistan, and this year, Ukraine. As of 2020, she is also the Chancellor of York St John University. Completing the team is a businessman whose many roles in the sports industry have included commercial director for Manchester United and chief executive of the Association of Tennis Professionals. He's currently the CEO of the British Olympic Association and chair of Lancashire Cricket Club. Let's hear them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Alexander Watson. I studied modern history at Exeter College, Oxford between 1997 and 2000.
Hi, my name is Sancha Berg. I studied English language and literature at Exeter College, Oxford in the 1980s.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Rita Chakrabarti. I studied English and French at Exeter College, Oxford, and I graduated in 1988.
Hi, I'm Andy Anson. I read mathematics at Exeter College, Oxford, and graduated in 1986.
Their opponents tonight are alumni of what's now Queen Mary University, the result of a series of mergers between colleges, including the UK's oldest medical school. Appropriately, then, their first player tonight is a GP who specialises in women's health and family planning. She's one of the resident doctors on BBC Breakfast and ITV's This Morning, and campaigns to raise awareness of menopause care and other health issues, particularly among Black and Asian communities. On her left is a journalist and author of 2 books on class and social mobility, Estates and Respectable. She writes for The Guardian, The Observer and The Financial Times, and appears regularly on BBC Radio. Their captain is a broadcaster and writer on environmental issues, who's published extensively on ethical consumption and the eco-footprint of the fashion industry. She reports for The One Show and has presented investigations for Tonight and Dispatches on microplastics and incineration plants. Their final player has been political editor of the Financial Times since 2007, having previously been its bureau chief in Brussels. He's also a regular presenter of Radio 4's Week in Westminster. Let's hear them introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Dr. Nagat Arif. I graduated in 2007 and I studied medicine.
Hi, my name's Lindsay Hanley. I graduated in 1997 with a degree in politics and history from Queen Mary.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Lucy Siegel and I studied drama and English and I graduated in 1995.
Hello, I'm George Parker. I studied geography and politics at Queen Mary in the 1980s and graduated in 1987.
Well, the rules haven't changed from the usual rules. Starters are worth 10 points, bonuses are worth 15. Starters are solo efforts, bonuses are team efforts. So fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. What 5-letter word appears at the end of the surnames of all these people? one of the UK's first professors of sociology, whose books include Development and Purpose and Liberalism, an English footballer nicknamed the Lion of Vienna, who spent his entire career with Bolton Wanderers, and a comic writer whose books include The Code of the Woosters.
Exeter.
House.
House is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on continental rifts. You'll be pleased to hear, Exeter College. What rift takes its name from the narrow arm of the Indian Ocean lying to the south of the Gulf of Suez?
No idea.
We don't know.
That's the Red Sea Rift. Which rift takes its name from a river that rises in the US state of Colorado and flows to the Gulf of Mexico? It forms part of the border between Texas and the Mexican state of Chihuahua.
It's got to be Colorado.
Is it the Rio Grande? The Rio Grande or the Missouri?
Yeah.
The Rio Grande.
Correct. Finally, which rift zone takes its name from the world's deepest lake, situated in southern Siberia?
It's not Baikal, is it? I don't know. I was just the only lake I know is Baikal in Siberia. Baikal? But I don't think it's the Rio. No idea.
We're going with Baikal.
Baikal is correct. Well done. 10 points for this. Which plant is this, known binomially as Viscum album and celebrated at an annual festival in Tenbury Wells in the Malvern Hills? It symbolised peace and love in ancient Roman culture and is mentioned in the 1952 song I Saw Mummy Kissing Santa Claus.
Exeter Anthem.
Mistletoe?
Mistletoe is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on 20th century politics. Referring to the year in which a number of its founders were elected to Parliament, what name is given to the group of backbench Conservative MPs whose former chairs include Michael Spicer and Cranley Onslow?
1922 committee.
Correct. In terms of seats won, which political party finished in second place behind the Conservatives in the general election of November 1922?
The Liberals.
The Liberals.
Well, it was the Labour Party. First time the Labour Party were in opposition. In a collapse of the Liberal vote in the 1922 general election, who lost his seat in the constituency of Dundee to the Scottish Prohibition candidate, Edwin Scrymgeour?
No idea. Scottish. No idea. Don't know.
We don't know.
It's Winston Churchill. We're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a map showing a major European city. 10 points if you can name the city.
Exeter.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen is correct, yes. Well done. Following Copenhagen, the starting point of the 2022 Tour de France, your picture bonuses are 3 more maps showing cities that were start or finish points in this year's tour. To give you a little help, all 3 begin with the same letter. Firstly, this French city.
Is that Lille?
Lille, I'd say Lille.
Yeah, Lille.
Lille.
Lille is correct. Secondly, this Swiss city.
Lausanne.
Lausanne.
Lausanne is correct. And finally,
It's an L.
Down near Po.
No, I don't know.
Oh, where's Lourdes?
Lourdes.
Lourdes is correct. Well done. 10 points for this. Which artist was the subject of the 2022 exhibition The Light in the Shadow at Lincolnshire's Burley House, which used virtual reality to recreate her working environment? With headsets off, visitors could also view her 1622 painting of Susanna bathing before the elders, acquired for the house in the 18th century.
Exeter Chakrabarti.
Artemisia Gentileschi.
Correct. Your bonuses are on scientific terms. In each case, I want you to identify the word from its definition. All answers begin with the same 3 letters. Sometimes called direct motion, an adjective describing apparent planetary movement from west to east relative to the stars. It is the opposite of retrograde.
No. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be something like propulsion.
Progress.
Propulsion, yeah.
Propulsion.
Propulsion.
No, it's prograde.
Okay.
From the Greek for before and know, the term used in medicine for the likely outcome or course of a disease.
Prognosis.
Prognosis.
Correct. And finally, a long appendage on the head of an animal, for example, an elephant's trunk or the tubular mouthparts of certain insects.
Proboscis.
Proboscis is correct. 10 points for this. On the 11th of September 1297, which battle of the First War of Scottish Independence was fought near the River Forth between Scottish forces led by...
Queen Mary Seagull.
Culloden.
No, you lose 5 points. Between Scottish forces led by William Wallace and Andrew de Moray and an English army commanded by the Earl of Surrey, after which Wallace was knighted and acquired the title of Guardian of Scotland.
Exeter Chakrabarti.
Bannockburn.
No. The Battle of Stirling Bridge was the answer I wanted. Right, 10 points for this. The archipelago known in English as the Three Kings Islands lies to the northwest of which country of the southern hemisphere? The first European to see the islands was part of a 17th century expedition led by Abel Tasman.
Queen Mary Parker.
New Zealand.
New Zealand is correct. So you go storming ahead to 5 points. OK, your bonuses are on films starring Sidney Poitier, who died in 2022. In each case, identify the film from the description. Firstly, a 1959 adaptation of a George Gershwin opera about a disabled street beggar and the woman he wishes to rescue. It includes the arias Summertime and I Got Plenty of Nuttin'.
Porgy and Bess.
Correct. Secondly, a 1958 film with Poitier in a lead role alongside Tony Curtis. It concerns 2 escaped prisoners who are chained together and must cooperate to elude capture.
It's not something like it, is it?
Let's have it, please.
Some Like It Hot.
No, it wasn't Some Like It Hot.
No, it wasn't.
It's the Defiant Ones.
Oh, yes.
Finally, a 1967 film in which Poitier plays a Philadelphia police detective who's mistakenly suspected of a murder while passing through a Mississippi town.
Tender as the night. Tender as the night. What's it called? It could be. Is it Tender as the night? Tender as the night.
Tender is the Night.
No, it's In the Heat of the Night. 10 points for this. Quote, he has no place in American music. He is American music. These words of the composer Jerome Kern refer to which US songwriter, born in 1888 in Imperial Russia. His songs include Puttin' on the Ritz, There's No Business Like Show Business, and Cheek to Cheek.
Exeter Chakrabarti.
Cole Porter.
No? Anyone want to buzz from...
Queen Mary Seagull.
Irving Berlin.
Irving Berlin is correct. Well done. Right, you can see if you can carry on your dramatic comeback with 3 bonuses on common dramatic devices as defined by the ancient Greeks. What name is given to the purging of emotions in the audience during the process of watching a theatrical work? According to Aristotle, the term particularly applies to tragedy.
Catharsis.
Catharsis.
Correct? What term denotes the change in the play's protagonist from a state of ignorance to a state of knowledge, often a central turning point on the action of the play?
Enlightenment.
I don't think it's more of a Greek word, is it?
Greek word.
What's the word when you...
Let's have an answer, please.
Sorry,
Catalyst.
No, it's anagnoresis. And finally, what three-word term describes the arrival of an outside, frequently contrived or improbable solution to the problems presented in the play? An example is the sudden appearance of the king's officer at the denouement of Molière's Tartuffe.
It's not. Oh, pathetic fallacy. No, it's not that. It's like. Try it.
Nominate Hanley.
Coup de food.
No, it's a Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, of course.
And we're about halfway through the contest, and we're going to take an audio round. For your audio starter, you will hear a recording of a Christmas address by a US president. For 10 points, please name the president speaking.
Let us remember the families who maintain a watch for their...
Queen Mary Hanley.
Ronald Reagan.
It is Ronald Reagan. Well done. That was Ronald Reagan addressing the nation in 1983. For your bonuses, you're going to hear 3 recordings of Christmas addresses by US presidents. In each case, name the president. Firstly...
For we who stand here among our guardians out of the past and from far shores are, I suppose, as diverse in blood and origin as are the uncounted millions throughout the land to whom these words go out tonight. But around the manger of the babe of Bethlehem.
Nominate Arif.
I think FDR.
It is FDR, yes. Secondly, who's this?
Ahead of us lies the larger task of making that peace secure. The progress we have made gives hope that in the coming year we shall reach our goal. May 1947 entitle us to the benediction of the Master. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
Come on. You've had a lot of help there.
Nominate Arif.
JFK. No.
No, that's completely wrong. You can't possibly think that JFK was president in 1947.
Eisenhower.
That was Harry Truman. Finally, this president, please.
For those of you who are away from home at this Christmas, away from your families and your country, this is an especially difficult time. We want you to know that your sacrifices are appreciated and understood by the American people, and that your service makes it possible for your families and their countrymen to celebrate this Christmas in peace and freedom.
Come on.
Eisenhower.
No, that was John F. Kennedy. So, on which miserable note we move on. 10 points for this. I need a short single word. To Wordsworth, what natural objects were mansions built by nature's hand? Gerard Manley Hopkins said they were the...
Exeter Berg.
Rainbows.
No, you lose 5 points. Gerard Manley Hopkins said they were firefolk sitting in the air, while Keats described one as lone splendour hung aloft the night.
Queen Mary Seagull.
Nests.
No, they're stars. 10 points for this. In the 2022 Winter Olympics, Jennifer Dodds and Bruce Muat were the first British pair to compete in the mixed doubles format.
Exeter Anson.
Curling.
Curling is right. Well done. You sort of have a sports person on your team, isn't it? OK, your bonuses are on places that share their names with varieties of chili pepper. Name each place from the description. Firstly, the larger of the 2 main islands of a Caribbean country lying close to the coast of Venezuela. A variety of the scorpion pepper that bears its name was ranked hottest in the world until the Carolina Reaper overtook it.
No, it's islands in the Caribbean. So is it like Turks and Caicos or Trinidad and Tobago? Which is it?
Tobago with me.
Tobago.
Tobago?
What's
Is that a type of chili? Maybe.
Tobago.
No, it's Trinidad. Bad luck. Trinidad scorpion butch tea. Secondly, an ancient Silk Road city in modern-day Syria, similar in population to Damascus. It gives its name to a mild, fruity pepper, usually used semi-dried and coarsely ground to a deep red, oily powder.
Aleppo.
Aleppo is correct. Finally, the capital and largest city of French Guiana. It shares its name with a common hot pepper sold widely in its powdered form and used as the basis for many Louisiana-style hot sauces.
Cayenne.
Cayenne is correct. 10 points for this. The name of what invertebrate links all of these? A nickname of Louis XI of France, a 1994 sculpture by the artist Louise Bourgeois, a New World monkey with thumbless hands.
Exeter Watson.
Spider.
Spider is correct. 3 questions on the robin redbreast for your bonuses. Call for the robin redbreast and the wren is a line from the 1612 play The White Devil by which English playwright?
It's not Marlowe. It's Webster or Johnson, isn't it?
Ben Jonson.
No, it's John Webster. The redbreast whistles from a garden croft and gathering swallows twitter in the skies. These lines end which of John Keats's odes?
To Autumn.
Correct. I need a single word here. According to a line in William Blake's Auguries of Innocence, a robin redbreast in a cage puts all heaven in a... what?
Rage.
Rage is correct. We're going to take a second picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a photograph from a state visit made to the UK in the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. For 10 points, I want you to identify the person you will see alongside the Queen.
Queen Mary Parker.
Haile Selassie.
Haile Selassie is correct. Well done. Haile Selassie's state visit was the second to be received by Queen Elizabeth II during her reign. For your bonuses, you will see photographs of 3 more state visits. 5 points if you can identify the world leader pictured alongside the Queen. Firstly,
Lech Walesa.
it was Lech Walesa. Secondly,
Was it King Hussein? Yeah, King Hussein. King Hussein, sure.
King Hussein of Jordan.
correct. And finally,
Charles de Gaulle.
Charles de Gaulle.
it was Charles de Gaulle. Right, 10 points for this. The titular objects of which 1948 film are now in the Royal Navy Submarine Museum, having been presented to the crew of HMS Tiptoe by the film's star dancer Moira Shearer.
Exeter Berg.
Red shoes.
The red shoes is correct. These bonuses are on winners of the Royal Society's Copley Medal, awarded for outstanding achievements in scientific research. In 2008, Sir Roger Penrose was awarded the medal for beautiful and original insights into many areas of mathematics and mathematical physics, particularly his work on which theory of the evolution of the universe?
Big Bang Theory. Big Bang.
The Big Bang Theory.
Correct. Secondly, in 2014, Sir Alec Jeffreys received the medal for his work on variation and mutation in the human genome. Which pioneering technique now used in forensics and genealogical research did he discover?
No, could it be radio? What's it called? Is it carbon? Carbon.
It's not carbon dating, but it's a more sophisticated DNA profile.
Yeah, DNA profile. Yeah, I don't know. Just DNA profiling, is it?
Say DNA, but it's a...
Come on.
DNA profiling.
That's correct. I'll accept that. Yes, it's all DNA fingerprinting. The 2019 recipient, Professor John Goodenough, was recognised for contributions to the science and technology of materials, including a discovery that led to rechargeable batteries made from which metal with the atomic number 3?
Lithium.
Lithium.
Lithium is correct. 10 points for this. What is to be done concerning the question of political party organisation? And one...
Exeter Watson.
Lenin.
Lenin is correct. These bonuses are on the Indian Independence Act passed by the UK Parliament on the 18th of July 1947. The Act included provisions to divide British India into two new independent dominions, India and Pakistan, and to partition two provinces between the new states. For 5 points, can you name either province?
West Bengal.
No, West Bengal wasn't partitioned. The state that was partitioned was Bengal. Secondly, the Act stipulated that the two new countries each have a Governor-General to represent the Crown. Accordingly, who became the first Governor-General of independent India, having been the last Viceroy?
Mountbatten.
Louis Mountbatten.
Correct. As per the Act, the inclusion of which province in Pakistan was subject to the result of a referendum. It borders Afghanistan, and its provincial capital is Peshawar.
It's not Waziristan, is it?
Come on.
Waziristan.
No, it's the Northwest Frontier Province. 10 points for this. Arthur Eddington conducted a 1919 experiment to view a solar eclipse on which island in the Gulf of Guinea that was discovered by the Portuguese in the 15th century?
Queen Mary Parker.
Cape Verde Islands.
No, you lose 5 points. And is now part of an independent country with neighbouring Sao Tome. No, I'll tell you, it's Principe. 10 points for this. What two-word term denotes a period of unseasonably warm weather that is immediately...
Exeter Chakrabarti.
Indian summer.
No, you lose 5 points. Immediately followed by a hard frost, and which can cause crop failure in the agricultural and horticultural sectors.
Queen Mary Seagull.
False spring.
False spring is correct, if that was a guess. Well done, and that's a gone. You don't have enough, you have 70, Queen Mary. Exeter College, Oxford, you have 150. 150 is a great score. We should look forward to seeing you again, I hope. 70 is not so good, Queen Mary. I hope you can join us next time for another of the heats. But until then, it's goodbye from Queen Mary, London.
Bye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Exeter College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.